where a lot of the units were bought on credit, and or with their old houses mortgaged, and that's why it was a real disaster, no?
Let's end looking really forward. 3 years, that's long term for us.
Yes,
In 2015, there's going to be an ASEAN economic community.
correct.
Zero tariffs or near zero tariffs
Yes.
all over the place. I know that your school is working with YESA, the Spanish Business University,
Yes.
to form a program on advanced management program
yes,
to
yes.
help Filipinos or others
Correct.
compete in that kind of world.
Correct.
How is that world going to look like for the Filipino businessman when he has to compete head to head with his neighbors?
Well, I think they can follow the example of the pioneers, the United Laboratories, the Liwayway Manufacturing, Wishi, the Century Can. You already show that Filipinos can compete in the ASEAN market. And my vision for the AEC, Asian Economic Community, is exactly like what happened to Europe in the last century. Just think, Germany, France, Italy, devastated by Second World War because they had the sense to organize a common market. By the end of the last century, they were strong enough to actually compete with the US and Japan, the two world powers. My vision is the ASEAN Economic Community of 600 million consumers. Once we really put our markets together, will be strong enough to compete with the two other economies in Asia, China and India. And so a lot of Filipinos are seeing that, and I think we can be ahead of our neighbors because, as you probably know, in Indonesia, practically all conglomerates have top executives from the Philippines. That's happening in Vietnam, and it will happen in Myanmar. In fact, a lot of these conglomerates that I referred to are already in Myanmar. And so it's a matter of the demonstration effect, and we're trying to help that at University of Asia and the Pacific by having a advanced management program where everything will be focused on how to operate in Southeast Asia.
Dr. Bernie Villegas, thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's Inside Business. See you next week.
Who are the newsmakers this year? Who left a strong impression on you? Who inspired you the most? It's time to choose from the top 10 nominees for the People's Choice People of the Year 2012. President Benigno Aquino III